So Andrew, we're here at Soccer X. You've just done a panel on underrepresentation in the game. And as you said, it's probably raised more questions than answers. What was the sort of summary of your thinking?
Usual notion, more questions than answers. Just perseverance, and I know we keep saying it, persevering, it takes time, but hopefully we'll get there in the end. I mentioned before, maybe not in my lifetime, but hopefully we'll be able to get there.
I mean, you famously said you wouldn't, in a way, what's the point of going into coaching if you don't think there's a reward? There's a job for you at the end of it. You still stick by it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm an honest person. I've got in trouble numerous times because of that, but I'm not going to sit there and lie and say, well, yeah, no, that's my views. Everyone's got different views. I think sometimes we don't. I mean, ethnic minority don't help themselves. When we do get a job, and we talk about best man for the job and all that, and then unfortunately we lose our job, and then we come back to, I lost my job because of X, Y, Z. I mean, when we do get a job, we got to be what we are.
Now, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's just gone back into management at Northampton. That makes 3 managers in the 92 clubs.
It's decent, isn't it?
But it's a long way to go. I mean, do you think it is a question of having some targets?
Yeah, well, we've been speaking about targets for numerous amount of years now. It's not just like the last 12 months or whatever. Like I said, three managers in 92 league clubs. I think if you ask anybody, is that good enough? I think everybody would turn around and say, no, it's not good enough. I mean, I'm not going to harp on about it because people seem to think like we harp on about the situation, but we're just being honest. For how many black or ethnic minority people who have played the game to retire and try to get themselves back into coaching or management, 3 in 92 clubs, I think we all know. I mean, that's not good enough.
And do you think one of the answers that appeared on the panel that seemed to be a solution perhaps is to have higher representation higher up the clubs? So you look at something like QPR where you've got Tony Fernandez, Les Ferdinand and as was Jimmy, but do we need to see that in a lot more football clubs?
It would be nice. It would be nice because ultimately all the big boys make the decisions. Like I touched on the panel there, I think we need to people have to open their minds a lot more. Fair enough, yeah, we were black players and maybe a lot of us were good black players and maybe they didn't think a lot of us were good black players, but we should be still treated as equal. Open your mind, he's not a black coach, he's a coach. We have that perception as well, he's a black coach or he's a black manager. It shouldn't matter what colour you are, you're a coach or you're a manager. I think we have to get away from those notions as well.
And do you think someone needs to take control of the situation, try and push it forward, maybe a task force or maybe some intervention from a governing body?
Yeah, but you mentioned that. I think we've been trying to do that for numerous amount of years, people trying to push this forward, and I think he's just stood very, very still. I know they touched on the last 12 months, things have moved on, obviously, academy coaches wise, but put academy coaches by the by, or at the side at the moment. If we're talking about, first team, reserve team coaches, there's not many. There's not many, if any. So I think we need to have a look at those situations.
I know you mentioned in there that Alex Ferguson was always on at you to get your badges and to work for it, but you haven't ended up working in football. Is that a loss to the game? Not just yourself, but for a lot of people?
I can't turn around and say it's a loss for the game because everyone might talk about how arrogant I am. So that's not for me to say. Do I miss the game? Yeah. And like I touched on that there, Man United have been absolutely fantastic with me. They've given me an opportunity to get involved there, do a little bit of work with the strikers there, or whatever it may be. I look at that as a positive because they look at what I've achieved at the football club and what I achieved in general in football. And they're saying, look, Cole, if you want to come in and do a little bit of work with the strikers, you're more than welcome to. I take that as a plus. Now, will I look to try and take that further and say I'm going to get into coaching? I don't think I will, but having an opportunity there would have been so good with me. I look at it as a great positive.
So overall, are you still pessimistic about the future for black and ethnic coaches?
I have to be. My views are my views. Now, I'm not saying the other boys are trying to get a job look at me and say, I agree with Coley. No, not at all, but they're just my views. Hopefully, within the next 2 to 3 years, there's going to be many more black coaches, more than 3 in the 92 clubs.
Fantastic. I can't let you go without talking about a certain young striker at Manchester United, Marcus Rashford. He saved England's bacons last night, but he really is one for the future. You must see him close up. Tell us about him.
He's a young man, he's hungry, he's got loads of desire, he's got passion. And what I like about him when he does play, he plays his game like it's his last game. And when you're at that age, that's exactly what you do because you enjoy it that much. Now, if he continues to improve with the players he has around him, he could be a world beater. You know, he's definitely got the quality.
You see him close up. What's his attitude like? Everyone seems to talk about him very positively. That
His attitude is bang on. He's spot on. You know, like I touched on before, he works very hard. He wants to improve. You know, I was listening to him say last season how much, you know, he watches Zlatan, Wayne, and how much he's learned off those guys in his position. So you look at things like that. You know, he's taking it all on board now. Taking it all on board, taking it in his stride, but trying to add different little things to his game.
Is it important not to put too much pressure on his shoulders at this age?
Yeah,
especially with England and the World Cup coming up.
Well, to be fair, that's England. That's England in general. Let's take Marcus out the equation. I think anytime England have a young, good, aspiring player, we talk about he's going to be as good as Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, whoever. Let them just enjoy it, you know, improve, you know, get there step by step, because if they go to a major tournament and they don't produce the goods, the media's on their back saying, well, he didn't produce this, he didn't produce that. Let them enjoy themselves, you know, let them express themselves, and let them, you know, mature and learn their roles even better.
And United, great start to the season, couldn't be better at this moment in time. Is this possibly their best chance for a while to win the title again?
I'd like to think so, but I think there's a few clubs saying exactly the same thing. Manchester United had a fantastic start, you know, 10 goals in your first 3 league games, you know, 3 clean sheets as well. You'd take that. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm more than happy with the way they've started, you know, a lot more firepower, more pace up front. You know, I think bringing in Matic as well has been a real key signing. And if Man United keep playing the way they play, you know, they'll have a chance come May.
Fantastic.
Andrew,
Thank you for your time.
Cheers.
Brilliant.